Mic testing 1 2 3. Hello. भाई एक बार फिर से स्वागत है आप सभी का एमबीडी क्लासेस में। क्लास 11th की ये क्लास चल रही है। क्लास 11th में जो ये कॉनिक सेक्शन चैप्टर है मैथ्स का, हम वो देखने जा रहे हैं। एक ही शॉर्ट वीडियो में हम सारे कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करेंगे, ठीक है। तो अगर क्लास अच्छी लगती है तो लाइक कर दीजिएगा, है ना। सभी को गुड मॉर्निंग, राधे राधे, जय माता की, जय श्री राम। अच्छी लगती है तो भैया लाइक करिए, कमेंट करिए और शेयर करिए, आई बटन का यूज करिए। चलिए बिना समय गवाए हम आपकी क्लास स्टार्ट करते हैं।
Chapter number 11, conic sections. In this chapter, we will study about conic sections. In conic sections, first we will study about circles. Let us first see the definition of a circle. A circle is set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed point in the plane. The fixed point is called center of the circle, and distance from the center to a point on the circle is called radius of the circle. So circle is a set of all points which are equidistant from a fixed point. The fixed point is called as the center of the circle. Here in the figure, we can see that center of the circle is O, and the distance between the center of the circle and any point on the circle is called as radius. And here in the picture, we can see that OP1, OP2, OP3 all are radii of the circle and all are of equal length. Equation of a circle with center at the origin. So let us see what is the equation of a circle with center at the origin. So in this case, center O is lying at the O, and the distance between the center of the circle and any point on the circle is called as radius. And here in the picture, we can see that OP1, OP2, OP3 all are radii of the circle and all are of equal length. Equation of a circle with center at the origin. So let us see what is the equation of a circle with center at the origin. So in this case, center O is lying at the origin, and equation of such a circle is given by x square plus y square is equal to r square, where r is the radius, and center is at the origin, and radius is equal to r. Next type of equation of a circle is equation of a circle with center at a point other than the origin. So here, center of the circle C is not lying at the origin, it is lying at a different point hk. An equation of such a circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. This is the required equation of the circle with center at point hk. So the coordinates of the center is h comma k and radius is r. Our first example is find the equation of the circle with center minus 3 comma 2 and radius 4. And our key point will be equation of the circle when center is not at the origin is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square, where h comma k are the coordinates of the center. Now in the given question, center is at minus 3 comma 2. So here our h is equal to minus 3 and k is equal to 2. Also, radius is given to be equal to 4 units. Now putting all these value in the formula here, so this will imply x minus h whole square means 3 minus 3 whole square plus y minus k means y minus 2 whole square is equal to square of the radius, which is 4 square. Now this implies here This will be x plus 3 whole square plus, and here we will have y minus 2 whole square is equal to 16. This is the required equation of the circle. Next example is, find the center and the radius of the circle whose equation is x squared plus y squared plus 8x plus 10y minus 8 is equal to 0. So in this question, we have the equation of a circle and we have to find its center and radius. And our key point here will be equation of a circle with center at a point with coordinates hk is given by x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Now let us solve the question. In this question, given equation is x squared plus y squared plus 8x plus 10y minus 8 is equal to 0. This implies, now regrouping the terms here, keeping the x terms together, that means x squared plus 8x plus y squared plus 10y minus 8 is equal to 0. Now we will complete the squares here. One square will be formed from these two terms and the second square will be formed from these two terms. For completing the square here, write x squared as it is plus 8x as it is. 8x is the linear term and its coefficient is 8. Find the half of 8. Half of 8 is 4. So here we will write plus 4 square and minus 4 square. Next, moving on to the y terms, write y square as it is plus 10y. Now 10y is the linear term, coefficient is 10. Make its half is 5. So plus 5 square minus 5 square minus 8 is equal to 0. This is how we complete the squares here. Now this implies here, if we look here, this is the formula for a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. A is x and b is 4 and 2ab is 8x. So this becomes x plus 4 whole square plus, and once again y square plus 10y plus 5 square. This also becomes expansion of a plus b whole square where a is y and b is 5. So this will become y plus 5 whole square is equal to, now taking these numbers onto the other side, negative numbers, minus 4 whole square comes to the other side, it becomes plus 4 square. This becomes minus 5 whole square, this becomes plus 5 square, and minus 8 comes to this side, it becomes plus 8. This implies here x plus 4 whole square, this we can write as x minus 4 whole square. Similarly, y plus 5 whole square can be written as y minus 5 whole square is equal to 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25 plus 8. This implies here we will have x minus 4 whole square plus y minus 5 whole square is equal to, now this is 49, 16 plus 25 plus 8 is 49, which can be written as 7 square. Comparing this with the standard equation, here we can see that h is equal to minus 4 and k is equal to minus 5 and r is equal to 7. Therefore, coordinates of center of the given circle are center is -4, -5, and radius, from here we can see that radius is equal to 7 units. So 7 units is the required radius. Next example is, find the equation of the circle which passes through the points 2, -2 and 3, 4 and whose center lies on the line x plus y equal to 2. Once again, the key point in the question remains the same. Now, it is given in the question that circle is passing through these 2 points. First point is 2, -2. Circle passes through these points. So these points should satisfy the equation of the circle. And equation of the circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. So putting x is equal to 2 and y is equal to -2 in this equation, we will have, this implies 2 minus h whole square plus -2 minus k whole square is equal to r square. This we can call as our first. Next point which is given is 3, 4. Now 3, 4 also lies on the circle, so it should also satisfy the equation of the given circle. So this implies putting x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4 in this equation here, we will have 3 minus h whole square plus 4 minus k whole square is equal to r square. This is our second. Also given in the question is that center of the circle lies on the line x plus y equal to 2. So here we can form one more equation. Center is hk and it lies on the line x plus y equal to 2. So this implies that h plus k is equal to 2. Now these are our 3 equations. Solving first, second and third, we will have h will come out to be 0.7, k comes out to be 1.3 and r squared, it comes out to be 12.58. Putting these values in the standard equation we'll have, this implies x minus h whole square means x minus 0.7 whole square plus y minus k means y minus 1.3 whole square is equal to 12.58 whole square. This is the equation of the required circle. Next example is, find the equation of the circle passing through the points 4, 1 and 6, 5 and whose center is on the line 4x plus y equal to 16. So here we have to find the equation of a circle which passes through the points 4, 1 and 6, 5 and it is given that center of the circle lies on the line 4x plus y is equal to 16. Let us solve the question. Let the equation of the circle be x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Since point 4, 1 lies on the circle, so here we will have, in place of x we write 4 and in place of y we write 1. So this becomes 4 minus h whole square plus 1 minus k whole square is equal to r square. This can be simplified as, opening the brackets here, this becomes 4 square plus h square minus 8h plus 1 plus k square minus 2k is equal to r square. This implies rewriting this equation h square plus k square minus 8h minus 2k, and 4 square is 16, 16 plus 1 is 17, is equal to r square. This we can call as our first. Also given in the question is that point 6, 5 also lies on the circle. This implies putting 6 in place of x and putting 5 in place of y, we will have 6 minus h whole square plus 5 minus k whole square is equal to r square. Simplifying this, we will have 6 square plus h square minus 12h plus 5 square plus k square minus 10k is equal to r square. Now this implies rearranging the terms here, h square plus k square minus 12h minus 10k, and 6 square is 36, 5 square is 25, 36 plus 25 is 61. So we will have 61 here. This is equal to r squared. This we can call as our second. Also given in the question is that center HK lies on this line here. So this implies here, in place of x, we can write h, and in place of y, we can write k, and 4h plus k should be equal to 16. This is our third equation. Now subtracting second from 1, and when we subtract second from 1, signs will change. This will become minus, this will become minus, this becomes plus, plus, and minus. So h squared cancels with h square, k squared cancels with k square, and here we will have 12h minus 8h, which is equal to 4h, and plus 10k minus 2k, which is equal to plus 8k, and minus 61 plus 17, which is equal to minus 44, is equal to, and here also the sign will change. This becomes minus, and both the r squares cancel each other. So here we will have 0. Further simplifying this, in this equation, we can divide both sides by 4. So this becomes h plus 2k minus 11 is equal to 0. Or we can further write this as h plus 2k is equal to 11. This we can call as our fourth. Now we will solve 3 and 4. And for solving 3 and 4, we will multiply equation 4 by 4. Multiplying equation 4 by 4, this implies we will have 4h plus 8k is equal to 44. This we can call as our fifth. Subtracting third from fifth, we will have here the signs will change, all will become minus, and 4h will cancel with 4h, and 8k minus k is 7k. This should be equal to 44 minus 16 is equal to 28. This implies from here we can see that k is equal to 28 by 7, which is equal to 4. Put k is equal to 4 in fifth, and this will imply 4h plus 8k. That means 8 into 4 is equal to 44. And this implies from here that 4h plus 32 is equal to 44. This implies from here that 4h is equal to 44 minus 32, which is equal to 12. Or this implies from here that h is equal to 12 by 4, which is equal to 3. So h is equal to 3 and k is equal to 4. Now for finding the value of r square, let us put h is equal to 3 and k is equal to 4 in first. So this will imply here h square means 9 plus k square means 16 minus 8 into h, which is 3, minus 2 into k, which is 4, plus 17 is equal to r square. This implies from here that 9 plus 16 is 25 minus 24 minus 8 plus 17 is equal to r square. And when this is calculated, from here, it will simplify to r square is equal to 10. Putting the value in the standard equation, we will have x minus h whole square means h is 3. So x minus 3 whole square plus y minus k whole square means k is 4. So this will be y minus 4 whole square is equal to r square is 10. And further simplify to, here we will have x square plus 9 minus 6x plus y square plus 16 minus 8y, and bringing this 10 to this side, this becomes minus 10 is equal to 0. This implies the equation becomes x square plus y square minus 6x minus 8y plus 15 is equal to 0. Therefore, this is the required equation of the circle. This is our answer. Next question is, find the equation of the circle with radius 5 whose center lies on x-axis and passes through the point 2, 3. So we have to find the equation of such a circle whose radius is 5 units, its center lies on the x-axis, and the circle passes through the point 2, 3. Our key points in this question will be any point on x-axis is of the form x, 0. That means its y-coordinate is 0. Then distance formula. This is used for calculating the distance between the 2 points. And then we have the equation of the circle, which is given by x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square, where h and k are the coordinates of the center of the circle. Now let the equation of the circle be x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. It is given in the question that center lies on the x-axis, and when the center will lie on the x-axis, that means y-coordinate of the center is 0. So that means k is equal to 0. So this implies our equation of circle changes to x minus h whole square plus y square is equal to r square. It is given in the question that the circle passes through the point 2, 3 and radius is given to be 5 units. So this implies putting x is equal to 2 and y equal to 3 in the equation of the circle, we will have 2 minus h whole square plus 3 square is equal to square of the radius, which will be 5 square. Now this implies from here, opening up the bracket, we will have 2 square plus h square minus 4h plus 9 is equal to 25. This implies from here, this will be 4 plus h square minus 4h plus 9 is equal to 25. This implies from here that we will have h square minus 4h plus 13 minus 25 is equal to 0. This implies this will further simplify to h square minus 4h minus 12 is equal to 0. Splitting the middle term here, we will have h square minus 6h plus 2h minus 12 is equal to 0. This implies from here, from these two terms, we can take h common, and inside the bracket, we will have h minus 6 plus, from these two terms, we can take 2 common. Here we will have h minus 6 is equal to 0. This implies h plus 2 into h minus 6 is equal to 0. And from here, we can have that h is equal to minus 2 or h is equal to 6. Now, this was the equation of the circle, and we have two values of h. So, we will have corresponding two equations. In case 1, we will take h is equal to minus 2. Putting h is equal to minus 2 here, we will have x minus 2 whole square plus y square is equal to r square, and radius is given to be 5 here. So this will become 5 square. This implies this will become x plus 2 whole square plus y square is equal to 25. This implies from here that x square plus 4 plus 4x plus y square is equal to 25, further implying x square plus y square plus 4x plus 4 minus 25 is equal to 0. So this implies from here x square plus y square plus 4x minus 21 is equal to 0. So this is one of the equations of the circle. In case 2, h is equal to 6. Now putting h is equal to 6 here, we will have, this implies x minus 6 whole square plus y square is equal to, once again, 5 square, and this implies here x square plus 36 minus 12x plus y square is equal to 25. Now this implies here that x square plus y square minus 12x plus 36 minus 25 is equal to 0. This implies from here that x square plus y square minus 12x plus 11 is equal to 0. So this is the second equation. So these are the required equations of circle. So required equations of circle are x square plus y square plus 4x minus 21 is equal to 0, and x square plus y square minus 12x plus 11 is equal to 0. Next example is, find the equation of the circle with center 2, 2 and passes to the point 4, 5. So here in this question, we are given the coordinates of the center And we are also given the coordinates of the point through which the circle passes. Our key points in this question will be distance formula and equation of the circle, which is given by x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. In this question, first we'll calculate the radius of the circle. Now we have the coordinates of the center 2, 2 and 4, 5 is a point lying on the circle. Distance between these 2 points will be radius. So radius here can be calculated making use of the distance formula. From distance formula, radius will be under root of 4 minus 2 whole square plus 5 minus 2 whole square, which will be given by 4 minus 2 is, this will become 2 square plus 5 minus 2 is 3 square. This will be equal to under root of 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. So radius from here is equal to under root of 13 units. Now center is given to be 2, 2 and radius is root 13 units. Putting these values here in the equation of the circle, we will have x minus 2 whole square plus, here we will have y minus 2 whole square is equal to r square will be 13. This can be simplified as x square plus 4 minus 4x plus y square plus 4 minus 4y is equal to 13. This implies from here x square plus y square minus 4x minus 4y, and 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 minus 13 is equal to 0. Now this implies from here, this is equal to x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 4y, and 8 minus 13 is minus 5 is equal to 0. Required equation of circle is x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 4y minus 5 is equal to 0. Let us solve our example. Example is, find the coordinates of the focus, axis, equation of the directrix, and latest rectum of the parabola. Y square is equal to 8x. So we are given the equation of a parabola as y square equal to 8x, and we have to find the coordinates of the focus, we have to find the axis, equation of the directrix, and length of the latest rectum of the parabola. Now y square equal to 8x. Let us solve our example. Example is, find the coordinates of the focus, axis, equation of the directrix, and latest rectum of the parabola. Y square is equal to 8x. So we are given the equation of a parabola as y square equal to 8x, and we have to find the coordinates of the focus, we have to find the axis, equation of the directrix, and length of the latest rectum of the parabola. Now y square equal to 8x is our given equation, and since this equation is consisting of the term y square, that means the parabola is symmetric along the x-axis. So these are the two types of parabolas which are symmetric along the x-axis, One is opening towards right and the other is opening towards left. Now we have to decide whether parabola y squared equal to 8x is opening towards right or left. Now here, coefficient of x is positive. That means our parabola will open towards right. So this is the parabola which is opening towards right, and this is our required parabola. Now equation of given parabola is y square is equal to 8x. Comparing this equation with the standard equation of the parabola, let us solve our example. Example is, find the coordinates of the focus, axis, equation of the directrix, and latest rectum of the parabola. Y square is equal to 8x. So we are given the equation of a parabola as y square equal to 8x, and we have to find the coordinates of the focus, we have to find the axis, equation of the directrix, and length of the latest rectum of the parabola. Now y square equal to 8x is our given equation, and since this equation is consisting of the term y square, that means the parabola is symmetric along the x-axis. So these are the two types of parabolas which are symmetric along the x-axis. One is opening towards right and the other is opening towards left. Now we have to decide whether parabola y squared equal to 8x is opening towards right or left. Now here, coefficient of x is positive. That means our parabola will open towards right. So this is the parabola which is opening towards right, and this is our required parabola. Now equation of given parabola is y square is equal to 8x. Comparing this equation with the standard equation of the parabola, standard equation of this type of parabola is y square is equal to 4ax. Now if we compare these two equations, we will have that 4a is equal to 8. So this implies from here that a is equal to 8 by 4, which is 2. So our value of a is 2. And from the figure, we can see that coordinates of the focus is a, 0. So our required coordinates of the focus will be 2, 0. So 2, 0 are the coordinates of the focus. Next thing which we have to find in this question is we have to find the axis of the given parabola. And we can see from our figure the axis of this parabola here is the x-axis. So the axis is x-axis. Next thing which we have to find is the equation of the directrix. Equation of the directrix is x is equal to minus a, as we can see here. So our equation of the directrix here will be x equal to minus a. A we have calculated it to be 2. So equation of the directrix will be x is equal to minus 2. Or this implies from here that equation will be x plus 2 is equal to 0. Also given in the question is we have to find the length of the latest rectum. Length of the latest rectum is given by the formula 4a which will be equal to 4 into A is 2. So length of the lattice rectum will be 8 units. Next example is find the equation of the parabola with focus 2, 0 and directrix x equal to -2. So here in this example, we are given that focus of a parabola is 2, 0 and the equation of the directrix is x is equal to -2. From this information, we have to find the equation of the parabola. Now it is given in the question that focus of the parabola is 2, 0. That means this focus is of the type A, 0 and A, 0 is this type of parabola which is symmetric along the x-axis and opens towards right. So from here, this implies that A is equal to, if we compare these two, we get A is equal to 2. Now the standard equation of such type of parabola is y square is equal to 4ax. So this implies that our required equation of the parabola will be y square is equal to 4 into a into x. A is 2, so that means 4 into 2 into x. This implies from here that equation of our required parabola will be y square is equal to 8x. This is the required equation. Let us take the next example. In this example, we are given find the equation of the parabola with vertex at 0, 0 and focus at 0, 2. So here in this example, it is given that we have a parabola with vertex at 0, 0 and focus at 0, 2. We have to find the equation of such a parabola. Now it is given in the question that the focus is 0, 2 and this is the focus of the type 0, A. Now comparing these two, we can see that, and this is of the type 0, A, and if we look in our figure, this is the type of parabola with focus of the type 0, A. We can see that this is a parabola which is symmetric along the y-axis and is opening upwards. So comparing 0, 2 and 0, A, from here, we can say that this implies here that A is equal to 2 and standard equation of such type of parabola is x squared equal to 4ay. Putting the value of A equal to 2 here, we will have standard equation of the parabola is x squared is equal to 4 into 2y. This implies from here that x squared is equal to 8y. This is our answer here. Next example is find the equation of the parabola which is symmetric about the y-axis and passes through the point 2, -3. So here we have to find the equation of the parabola which is symmetric about the y-axis and passes through the point 2, -3. Now these are the two types of parabolas which are symmetric about the y-axis, and we have to choose which one out of the two is the type of the required parabola. Now it is given that the parabola passes through the point 2, -3, and we know that 2, -3, this is a point of the fourth quadrant. This point lies in the fourth quadrant and will lie somewhere here. Since this is the type of parabola which will pass through the point 2 comma minus 3. This parabola here, which is lying in the first and the fourth quadrant, has no chance of passing through the point 2 comma minus 3. That is why this is our required type of parabola, which is standard equation of such a parabola is x square is equal to minus 4ay. It is given that this parabola passes through the point 2 comma minus 3. So this implies from here, for finding the value of a, here we will write x is equal to 2 and y is equal to minus 3. So this means that 2 square is equal to minus 4a into y. Y is minus 3 here. This implies from here that 2 square is 4. This is equal to, this is 12a. So this implies from here, so from here we can find that a will be equal to 4 by 12, which is equal to 1 by 3. A we have calculated it to be 1 by 3. Now putting this in the standard equation, required equation of the parabola will be, in the standard equation, we will put a is equal to 1 by 3. That means x squared is equal to minus 4ay. In place of a, we will write 1 by 3 and y. So this implies from here that our standard equation will be x square is equal to minus 4 by 3 y.
Let's do this question. Here we have to find the equation of the circle having center at 3 comma minus 4 and touching the line 5x plus 12y minus 12 is equal to 0. Let's do this. So here we have represented the situation with the help of a diagram. Here we have a circle with the center 3 comma minus 4 and this is the line which is touching the circle. Equation of the line is 5x plus 12y minus 12 is equal to 0. So what we can do here is we can mark this point, the center, as O, and this point here as, let's say this is P. This is the point of contact between the circle and the line. And for knowing the equation of a circle, we need to know the center and also we need to know the radius. So radius in this case will be distance OP. So this distance will be the radius and we can find this distance by calculating the distance of a point from a line. And as we know that this is perpendicular because the radius at the point of contact is perpendicular to the tangent. So this will be the perpendicular distance between a point and a line. And we know that this distance is given by P is equal to modulus of AX1 plus by1 plus c1 over square of a squared plus b squared modulus. So now we can find this implies P is equal to modulus of AX1 will be 5 gets multiplied with 3. So 5 here gets multiplied with 3 plus b, that is 12, gets multiplied with minus 4. And here we will have minus 12 over square root of 5 square plus 12 square whole mod.
यहाँ तक समझ आ गया? ये जो पॉइंट दिए हैं 3, -4, these are x1 y1 से जो होके जाता है. This is the equation of line. So we can see the value of a, b and c1. A is 5, b is 12, capital A, capital B and c1. c1 क्या है? -12 है. x, अब हमारे पास जो फॉर्मूला है वो क्या होता है? mod of a x1 plus b y1 plus c1, that is divided by under root of sum of what? a square plus b square. तो हम वैल्यू पुट कर देंगे 5 into 3 plus 12 into -4 minus 12 upon root of 5 का square minus plus 12.
So this
so we can
implies P is equal to, this will be 15 minus 48 minus 12 over 25 plus 144. So when this is calculated from here, P comes as, you can find it out, it will come as 45 by 13. So we know that this P is equal to the radius of the circle. So therefore we can say, therefore required equation of circle will be x minus 3 square plus y plus 4 square is equal to 45 by 13 whole square.
फाइनली जो हम आंसर लिखेंगे इक्वेशन ऑफ सर्कल, वो क्या लिखेंगे? x माइनस एच का होल स्क्वायर, h की जगह पर b का होल स्क्वायर प्लस y प्लस k की जगह पर 4 का होल स्क्वायर, दैट इज इक्वल्स टू दिस इज इट 45 अपॉन 30. तो यहाँ पर क्या लिख दिया? 45 अपॉन 30 का k स्क्वायर रहता है, l की जगह पर इसका स्क्वायर कर दिया.
Let's do this question. So here, given equation of x 8x, and what we'll do is we'll add and subtract half of coefficient of x. So coefficient of x is 8, so its half will be 4 plus 4 square minus 4 square plus coefficient of x is 8, so its half will of coefficient of x. So coefficient 16y plus 64 is equal to 0. So that would be, for doing that, we'll keep the x terms together, x squared plus 8x. And what we'll do is we'll add and subtract half of coefficient of x. So coefficient of x is 8, so its half will be 4 plus 4 square minus 4 square. And same thing we'll do for the y terms. We'll write the y terms separately. Y square minus 16y. And here the half, the coefficient of 16 will be 8. So here we'll write plus 8 square minus 8 square plus 64 is equal to 0.
अब ये तो समझ गए हो कि क्यों
So-
करते हैं हाफ a plus b का होल स्क्वायर बनाने के लिए.
This will, let's do this question. So b square minus 16y, and here the half, the coefficient of 16 will be 8. So here we'll write plus 8 square minus 8 square plus 64 is equal to 0. So this will imply, now we can take these three terms together, that makes x plus 4 whole square, and these three together make y minus 8 whole square, and we'll add all the constants. So these two will become 0, and on this side we will have 16. So what this means here is we can write this as, this implies, we can write it as, let me make a curly bracket, and this can be written as x minus 4 whole square plus, and this can be written as, once again, let me make a curly bracket, and this can be written as y minus plus 8 whole square is equal to 4 square. So this implies we can say that center of circle is, center of circle from here is minus 4 and 8. Also we can say radius is equal to 4 units. So we've drawn a diagram here, and in this diagram we can see that this is the circle with center minus 4, 8 and radius 4 units. So we have made a circle here with center minus 4, 8 and the radius is 4 units, and also it is given in the question we have to find the image of the circle about the line x is equal to 0, and we know that line x is equal to 0 is the line of y axis, and the center C1 for this image, this is the image about the y-axis, will be, we can see here for this point, the y-coordinate will remain same, that will be 8, and the x-coordinate will change signs, so that will be 4, 8. Also, the radius remains the same, the radius is here, also it is 4 units, and here also it is 4 units. So we can write, therefore, equation of image about y-axis will be, so we can write x minus 4 whole square plus y minus 8 whole square is equal to 4 square, and this implies this will be x square plus 4 square minus 8x plus y square plus 64 minus 16y is equal to 16. These two get cancelled right away, and this implies we are left with x square plus y square minus 8x minus 16y plus 64 is equal to 0. Therefore, this is the required equation.
दिया हुआ था करके बता दिया.
Let's do this question. Find the equation of the circle whose center is a chord of length 6 units on the line 2x minus 5y plus 18 is equal to 0. Let PQ be the chord cut off by the circle from the line 2x minus 5y plus 18 equal to 0. And it is given that PQ is of 6 units, and from the center C, we are drawing a perpendicular to the chord PQ. And we know that perpendicular from the center bisects the chord, so PL will be 3 units and LQ will be 3 units. And what we have to do here is we have to find the equation of the circle. For finding the equation of the circle, we should know the center of the circle. Center of the circle is 3, minus 1. And also we should know the radius. So that means we should know CP. Now, very easily, we can calculate the distance CL. This is the distance of a point whose coordinates are given as 3, minus 1 from a line whose equation is given as 2x minus 5y plus 18 is equal to 0. And we know that formula for perpendicular distance of a point from a line is given by modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c1 over square root of a square plus b square. So this implies P is equal to AX1 will be 2 multiplied with 3. So we have 2 multiplied with 3 plus B by 1 will be minus 5 multiplied with, so here we'll multiply minus 5 with minus 1 plus 18 over square root of 2 square plus minus 5 square. So this implies we can calculate P from here as modulus of this becomes 6 plus 5 plus 18, and square root of this becomes 29. So this will be equal to 29 over root 29. So that is equal to root 29 units. So this we have obtained as root 29 units. And very easily now we can calculate CP by Pythagoras theorem. So that means here we have CP square will be equal to CL square plus LP square. This implies we have CP square is equal to CL square. CL square will be 29 plus LP square will be 3 square, that is 9. So this implies from here we have CP square is equal to 38. This implies we get the value of CP from here. That means the radius as root 38 units. Now it becomes very easy to find the equation of the circle. So therefore, we can write equation of the circle. This is the circle whose equation we had to find in the question. Equation of the circle will be x minus 3 whole square plus y plus 1 whole square is equal to 38. So this implies we have x squared plus 3 squared is 9 minus 6x plus y squared plus 1 plus 2y is equal to 38. So this implies we have x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 2y. minus 28 is equal to 0. One is a tangent to the circle x squared plus y squared is equal to a squared. Then we have to prove that the point with coordinates L, M lies on a circle. Here it is given that the line Lx plus my minus 1 is equal to 0. This line is tangent to the circle, and the equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared is equal to a square. And from here we can see that center of this circle is 0, 0. And also we can know that the radius of the circle which is given to us is a units. So if this line is a tangent to this circle, then perpendicular distance from the center, that means 0, 0 to this line, should be equal to the radius. And we know that formula for perpendicular distance of a point x1, y1 from a line is given by a x1 plus b y1 plus c1 over square root of a squared plus b squared mod. So this implies from here we will have p is equal to ax1 means a here is L gets multiplied with 0 plus b here is m gets multiplied with 0 plus c1 here is minus 1 over square of L squared plus m squared. So this implies this perpendicular distance should be, as we've already discussed, this should be equal to the radius. So that is equal to a, and mod of this will be minus 1 over square root of L squared plus m squared. This implies that a will be equal to 1 over square root of L squared plus m squared. And this implies if we square both sides, we will have, so on squaring both sides, we get a square is equal to 1 by L squared plus m squared. So this implies we can also say that L squared plus m squared is equal to 1 by a square. And here, this implies that point LM will satisfy equation of circle x squared plus y squared equal to 1 by a square. Therefore, we can say that point L, M coordinates lies on a circle. y square minus 18x plus 32y minus 151 is equal to 0 represents a hyperbola. Find the coordinates of the center, lengths of axis, eccentricity, latus rectum, coordinates of foci and vertices, equation of directrices of the hyperbola. So let's write down the given equation. So the given equation here is 9x square minus 16y square minus 18x plus 32y minus 151 is equal to 0. And this implies, let's put together the x terms together. So here we can write 9x square minus 18x minus, and here we can write 16y square minus 32y minus 151 is equal to 0. So what we can do here is, in these two terms, we can take 9 common. So inside the bracket, we will have x squared minus 2x. And here we can take minus 16 common. So inside the bracket, we will have y squared minus 2y minus 151 is equal to 0. This implies, completing the squares, we'll have 9 multiplied with x squared minus 2x plus 1. And here minus 16 multiplied with y squared minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 151. And because we've added plus 9 here, so we'll add plus 9 here and minus 16 here. So this implies this becomes 9 multiplied with x minus 1 square minus 16, and this becomes y minus 1 square is equal to 144. And this implies, if we divide both sides by 144, we will get x minus 1 square by 16 minus y minus 1 square by 9 is equal to 1. Next, what we'll do is we will shift the origin, and that we will do without rotating the coordinate axis. So shifting the origin to the point 1, 1 without rotating the coordinate axis. So what we'll do is we'll put small x is equal to capital X plus 1, and small y is equal to capital Y plus 1. So if we call this as equation 1, and on performing this, equation 1 reduces to, so this implies we have capital X squared by 4 square minus capital Y squared by 3 square is equal to 1. So this is of the form, this is and A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 3. And the first thing which we will find here is center of the hyperbola. Center of the hyperbola is capital X is equal to 0 and capital Y is equal to 0 with respect to the new origin. We know that small x is equal to capital X plus 1, so we can write small x is equal to 0 plus 1, and small y is equal to 0 plus 1 also. So this implies that coordinates of the center are 1, 1. Next, we come to A, and this implies A is 4, so this becomes 2 multiplied with 4 is equal to 8 units. Length of the transverse axis is 8 units. And after the transverse axis, we have the conjugate axis. So let's find the length of the conjugate axis here. Length of the conjugate axis will be given by 2b. So that will be equal to 2 multiplied with b, that is equal to 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6 units. Next thing which we have to find is eccentricity. We also have to find eccentricity in the question. So let's find the eccentricity. Let's see what is the formula for eccentricity. Formula for eccentricity of 1 plus b squared by a squared. This is equal to 1 plus b squared we know is 9 and a squared is 16. So this implies we have 16 and here we will have 25. So this implies we can get the value of e as the value of e will be taking the square root. That would be equal to 5 by 4 units. Next thing which we have to find in this question is latest rectum. So latest rectum for the given hyperbola will be 2b squared by a. That is equal to 2 multiplied with b squared. B squared here is b is 3, so that is 3 squared by a is 4. So that is equal to 2 cancels, and that is equal to 9 by 2 units. Next thing which we have to find is foci of the hyperbola. So foci of the hyperbola with respect to the new origin will be x is equal to plus minus ae and y is equal to 0. So this implies that x is equal to plus minus a, we know is 4, so 4 gets multiplied with e, that is 5 by 4, and 4 and 4 gets cancelled, y is definitely equal to 0. So this implies foci, so we can write here, foci with respect to the new origin is plus minus 5, 0, and let me write it down here. Foci with respect to old origin. Foci with respect to old origin will be, we'll add 1 to plus minus 5, and we'll add 1 to 0 also. So this is the foci with respect to old origin. So the foci with respect to the old origin will be, when we take plus 5, it becomes 6, 1. And when we take minus 5, it will become minus 4, 1. Next thing which we have to find is the vertices. So we know that vertices with respect to the new origin is capital X is equal to plus minus a, and capital Y is equal to 0. So this implies the vertices with respect to the new origin will be, and that would be equal to capital X is equal to a, we know is 4, so that is plus minus 4, and Y is equal to 0. So that means we have, with respect to the new origin, that would be plus minus 4, 0. So this implies vertices with respect to old origin. So the vertices with respect to the old origin will be, we know that small x is equal to capital X plus 1. So here we'll have plus minus 4 plus 1, and small y is capital Y plus 1. So here we will have 1. So that would be, when we take plus 4, it becomes 5 comma 1. And when we take minus 4, it becomes minus 3 comma 1. Next thing which we have to find is the equation. The last thing which we have to find is the equation of the directrices. So directrices with respect to the new origin are given by capital X is equal to plus minus. This implies capital X is equal to plus minus. A is 4 and eccentricity is 5 by 4. So that is equal to plus minus 16 by 5. And we know here that we have taken small x is equal to capital X plus 1. This implies we will have equation of directrix with respect to old origin will be, we'll have small x is equal to plus minus 16 by 5 plus 1. So this implies when we calculate this, we get small x is equal to 21 by 5 and small x is equal to minus 11 by 5.
Take another example.
Let's do this question. Find the equation of the hyperbola length of whose latest rectum is 8 and eccentricity is 3 by root 5. Let the equation of hyperbola be. We know the standard equation of a hyperbola is x squared by a squared minus y squared by b squared is equal to 1. And we know that length of latest rectum for a hyperbola is given by the formula 2b squared by a. So this implies 2b squared by a, and latest rectum is given to be 8 in the question. So this implies we have 2b squared by a is equal to 8. So this implies from here that b squared is equal to 4a. And we also know that in case of hyperbola, b squared is equal to a squared multiplied with e squared minus 1. This implies for b squared we can write a squared gets multiplied with e squared minus 1 is equal to 4a. This implies a multiplied with e squared. Eccentricity is 3 by root 5. So if we square it, we get 9 by 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. So this implies we'll have a, and if we subtract this, taking LCM is 5, that is 4 by 5 is equal to 4. 4 cancels with 4, and this implies from here we can get that small a is equal to 5. If small a is equal to 5, we know that b squared is equal to 4a from here. So this implies that b square is equal to 4 multiplied by 5. So this implies that b square is equal to 20. This implies that b here is equal to square root of 20. Now we can construct the equation of the hyperbola here, as hyperbola will be x squared by a squared, that is 25, minus y squared by b squared, that is 20, is equal to 1. Let's do this question. Find the equation of the hyperbola whose conjugate axis is 5 units and the distance between the foci is 13 units. Let the transverse axis, so let the transverse axis here be equal to 2a, and let us suppose the other axis, which is the conjugate axis, let this be 2b, and we are also supposing that E here is the eccentricity. E here is the eccentricity, and also we are supposing that for this particular hyperbola, let the center be the origin. So we are supposing that center is the origin, and we know that standard equation of a hyperbola is given by x squared by a squared minus y squared by b squared is equal to 1. And we know that it is given here that the conjugate axis is 5 units. So therefore, we can say that conjugate axis, that means 2b, is equal to 5. And also it is given that the distance between the foci is 13 units. That means we have twice AE is equal to 13. And we also know that in case of a hyperbola, b squared is equal to a squared multiplied with e squared minus 1. So this implies that b squared is equal to, now in the bracket, opening the bracket, we get a squared minus e squared minus a squared. So this implies when 2b is equal to 5, b is equal to 5 by 2. So b squared will be 5 by 2 square is equal to, and a square, e square will be, ae will be 13 by 2. So its square will be 13 by 2 whole square minus a square. This implies we have 25 by 4 is equal to 169 by 4 minus a square. So from here very easily we can find the value of a square. A square will be equal to 169 by 4 minus 25 by 4. This implies we have a square is equal to 144 by 4. So taking square roots, we have a is equal to 12 by 2 is equal to 6. And from here we know that 2b is equal to 5. So this means from here we can get the value of b as b is 5 by 2. And we know that this is the standard form of the equation of the hyperbola. So the equation of the hyperbola here will be x squared by a square. A square here will be 36 minus y squared by b square. B square will be 25 by 4 is equal to 1. This implies the required equation of the hyperbola is x squared by 36 minus 4 y squared by 25 is equal to 1.
Let's take another example.
Let's do this question. Here we have to find the equation of a parabola whose focus is point 0, 0, and whose directrix is a straight line 3x minus 4y plus 2 is equal to 0. For solving this question, let Pxy be any point on the parabola whose focus is S with coordinates 0, 0, and also the directrix here is given as 3x minus 4y plus 2 is equal to 0. And from point P, we have drawn a perpendicular PM to the directrix. So we can see here that PM is perpendicular to the directrix. Therefore, by definition, we know, so this we know by definition, that SP is equal to PM. And if we square both sides, we will have SP square is equal to PM square. And from here, we can find SP square simply by distance formula. So therefore, this implies that SP square will be x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square is equal to, and for finding PM, what we'll do is we'll use the formula of distance of a point from a line. That would be equal to square of the modulus, and inside we will write A here is 3. 3 gets multiplied with x. Then we have B here is minus 4. So minus 4 gets multiplied with y plus 2 over square root of 3 square plus 4 square. So this implies here we have, this becomes x square plus y square is equal to, and because we have a square sign here, so we can remove the mod. So this becomes 3x minus 4y plus 2 whole square over, and when we square this root will go, and this will be 3 squared is 9 and 4 squared is 16. So this becomes 25. This implies on cross multiplication, we have 25x squared plus 25 y square is equal to, here we'll apply the formula of a minus b plus c whole square. So that becomes, this becomes 9x squared plus 16y squared plus 4 minus 24x y minus 16y, and this becomes plus 12x. This implies, we can simplify this, and then we'll get this as 16x squared plus 9y squared plus 24xy minus 12x plus 16y minus 4 is equal to 0. So this is the required equation of the parabola, which we have to find in the question.
Let's take another example, example 9.
So for solving this question, so here we have drawn a diagram, and we can see that this is the parabola y square is equal to 4ax, And this is the equilateral triangle whose vertex is at the vertex of the parabola. And what we have to find here is length of the side of this equilateral triangle ABC. So for solving this question, let AB is equal to L. Then this implies, so we are taking this AB as L. So this implies that by trigonometry, we can say that AM is equal to L cos 30 degrees. This implies from here we can have that AM is equal to cos 30 is root 3 by 2L. And also we can say that BM, that means this length is equal to L sine 30 degrees. So this implies from here we can say that BM is equal to L by 2. Therefore, now we can say that coordinates of point B will be, coordinates of point B will be, if this is point B, then this is our x coordinate, that is AM, and AM we have calculated as root 3 by 2L, and the y coordinate will be BM, and BM we have calculated as L by 2. And also we can see that, we can write down here in fact, that since point B lies on parabola, point B is lying on the parabola, and that parabola is y square is equal to 4ax. So this implies that these coordinates will satisfy y square is equal to 4ax. So this means in place of y square, we can write L by 2 whole square is equal to 4a multiplied by x. X here is root 3 by 2L. So this implies we have L squared by 4 is equal to 2a root 3L. L cancels with this. So this implies L is equal to 8a root 3 units. So we obtain the value of L. This is what we have to find in the question. L is the length of each side of the equilateral triangle, which is.
Now we move to next example, example number 10.
Let's do this question. It is given here that if the line Lx plus my plus n equal to 0 touches the parabola y square is equal to 4ax, we have to prove that ln is equal to am square. So here, the given line is Lx plus my plus n is equal to 0. This implies from here we can say that my is equal to minus Lx plus n, and this implies y is equal to minus Lx plus n over m. And also we can write that given parabola is y square is equal to 4ax. So this implies if we put this y here and square it, this will become Lx plus n whole square by m square is equal to 4ax. This implies, if we simplify this, we will get L square x square plus 2x ln minus 2am square plus n square is equal to 0. So if we can solve this equation, which we can see is a quadratic equation, then we can find the x coordinates of the point of intersection of the parabola and the line. And also, we can say from here, if Lx plus my plus n equal to 0, this line touches the parabola. That means the given parabola, which is y square is equal to 4ax, then the above equation, that means the equation we have formed, should have equal roots. So it should have equal roots. And we know that a quadratic equation has equal roots when d is equal to 0. This implies d is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So this implies b square will be coefficient of the x term here is twice ln minus 2am square whole square minus 4ac. A here is L square and C here is N square. This should be equal to 0. And this implies, so squaring this we'll get 4 times. This is L square N square plus 4A square M to the power 4 minus 4 times. And this will be ALNM square minus 4L square N square is equal to 0. This implies this 4 and this 4 can get cancelled, and we have L square N square plus 4A square M to the power 4 minus 4AL NM square minus L square N square is equal to 0. These two also get cancelled. This implies this 4 and this 4 also gets cancelled, and we are left with A square M to the power 4 minus AL NM square is equal to 0. And this implies we have AM square minus LN is equal to 0. So this implies we have AM square is equal to LN. This is what we had to prove in the question.
चलिए अब एक और लास्ट एग्जांपल बचा है. देखिए मैंने सारे एग्जांपल करा दिए, अभी आपका एक एग्जांपल और बचता है. 10 एग्जांपल हो चुके हैं. एग्जांपल नंबर 11.
Let's do this question. If a parabolic reflector is 20 centimeter in diameter, and so the diameter here is 20 centimeter, we have to find its focus. So for solving the question, let us consider that LAM is the parabolic reflector, and here LM is the diameter and AN is the depth. It is given in the question that AN is 5 centimeters, and also it is given that LM is 20 centimeters. So half will be ln, that is 10 centimeters, and mn will be half, that is 10 centimeters. So for solving the question, what we will do here is we will take A as the origin. That means here the coordinates are 0, 0. So what we can do here is we can take AX as the x-axis, and also we can take a line here through A, which is perpendicular to AX, this line, as the y-axis. So now it becomes very simple. So we can say that equation of reflector. So now equation of reflector is y square is equal to 4ax, and that means coordinates of L will be, x coordinate will be 5 and y coordinate will be 10. Also, we can say here that since L with coordinates 5, 10 lies on the parabola, so it should satisfy y square is equal to ax. So that means y here is 10. So 10 square should be equal to 4a multiplied with x, that is 5. So this implies 100 should be equal to 20a. This implies a should be equal to 100 by 20 is equal to 5. Therefore, equation of parabola is, so we have equation of parabola is y square is equal to 4ax. That means y square is equal to 4 multiplied with 5x. So this implies y square is equal to 20x. And very easily now we have y square is equal to 20x. So the focus n here will be 5, 0. That is a0, and a here is 5. So the focus will be 5, 0.
यो क्या चाहिए? लीजिए भाई, वन शॉट में हमने कॉन्सेप्ट से लेके सारे एग्जांपल कंप्लीट कर दिए कॉनिक सेक्शन के। तो कल फिर जो क्वेश्चंस बचे होंगे एक्सरसाइज के वो भी मैं आपको कल की क्लास में समझाऊंगा। तो कैसी लगी ये क्लास कमेंट में जरूर बताइएगा। स्क्रीन को लाइक नहीं किया तो लाइक कर दीजिएगा, ठीक है। अभी फिर मिलेंगे आपसे अगली क्लास में। तब तक के लिए ख्याल रखिए, स्वस्थ रहिए, मस्त रहिए। सभी को जय श्री कृष्ण। टेक केयर ऑल ऑफ यू। मिलते हैं ब्रेक के बाद।